Hello. It's nice to see you guys. Hello. Oh my God. I'm happy. Thank you so much. That's so nice. Here we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, settle down right now. Well, it's about damn time, isn't it? I mean, come on. Here we are. Good afternoon. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. It is co-creating at its best. Do you know what you're looking for here? What you're looking for, what you're wanting to contribute? You know why you're here? We do too. Yeah. We're going to have a good time together. So, are you appreciating the evolution of your desire, even though you can't keep up with it? We say that in love and in understanding that you're launching your rockets of desires fast these days. And it takes a focused person, someone who really cares about feeling good, to keep up with that fast-moving energy. When you ask, you launch a request that your inner being and source energy are aware of and join. And that request exists in a vibrational state of being. We call it your vortex. It's a place, not really a place, it's a state of being. It's a vibrational place, so to speak, where the law of attraction is responding so powerfully to that request, because in the vortex where your request is, where your inner being is, where source energy is, there is no resistance. And because there's no resistance there, the energy moves fast and the becoming of it happens quickly. There is a gathering together of cooperative components that happens whether you are up to speed with your own desire or not, because it is expected that sooner or later you will get up to speed with the desire that you've launched. And when you do, in other words, when you're not worried about it, when you expect it, when you're not blameful, but when you're optimistic, when you are feeling love, not distress of some kind, when you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on to your own desire, there's no vibrational variance, and now it flows to you. You flow to it. You become one of those cooperative components that we were talking about. And then when that happens, you begin to witness it through your physical sensory decipherers of energy, of vibration. What you see with your eyes is a physical interpretation of vibrational energy. It's a vibrational interpretation. All of your physical senses are that. Even what you smell is a vibrational interpretation. The best interpreter you have is what you would call your solar plexus. It's your energy center. It's where you feel emotion. Your emotions are what let you know whether you are up to speed with your desire and your inner being, who focuses there upon your desires, cooperative components that are all gathered together, or not. The better you feel, the more up to speed you are. The better you feel and the more up to speed you are, the more you witness the unfolding of the path to the fulfillment of it. But if you're not up to speed, even though the path is unfolding, you're not noticing it, so you're not confident, so you get doubtful, so you get more resistance, so you widen the gap between you and what you want instead of close the gap between you and what you want. And this gathering is about first convincing you that your vortex is real, and next helping you to be aware of the gap that may, usually, sometimes, often exist between you and what you want. And you know that there are things that you desire that you're not fully living yet, And you know that there are things that you desire that you are fully living. And so the key is focus, because your focus is what activates the vibration within you. Before we open this to your important questions, we just want to remind you of something that matters a lot. And that is that while you are here in this physical body, your inner being is focused from its non-physical vantage point. So you have 2 points of focus. Every time you ask for something, your inner being joins your point of focus of your desire. But the question is, are you joining your own point of focus of your own desire, or are you all wrapped up in beliefs that don't let you expect what you're asking for? When you want it, but you say, but it isn't coming fast enough, or I don't see evidence of it, or it's unlikely, you're not a vibrational match to what you're asking for. So that gap is wide between what you want and where you stand. And in most cases, if you hang around in that pessimistic attitude, you are unaware of doors that are opening all around you to guide you, to call you closer and closer, not just to the manifestation of the money or the lover or the physical condition or the whatever it is that you're asking for. It's all appropriate and it's all coming to you. It's not just that you are preventing yourself from having that fulfillment, but you're also cutting yourself off from the fun of discovering the paths along the way to it. You think that you would like to just snap your fingers, clap your hands and say, boom, there I am standing right where I want to be. We know that most of you would do think that that would be a very good idea. But once you get the hang of this focusing and getting to witness the coming together, it's like the sculptor with clay. You don't just grab it, throw it down, and then evaluate it. Oh, it didn't turn out right. You want to mold it. You want that to become like you see it in your mind's eye. And you even want your mind's eye to evolve about it, don't you? And so it's this becoming that you are about. You are the creator of your reality. But you know what an even more important and accurate statement is? You are the creator of you. You are the reality that you are creating. You are creating the experience of you, the connection of you, the expansion of you, the opportunities for love of you. And so we're happy to play with you. We'd like to help you along your creative path. So we're eager to talk with you about whatever matters to you. Nothing is off limits. You will notice a wonderful unfolding. Sometimes someone will set your question up in a perfect way. Sometimes someone will ask your question and you will receive the answer. Sometimes your answer will come an hour or 2 into the conversation, because there's some readiness that has to take place within you before you can hear it. And so we'll pick other people to get you ready. In other words, all kinds of things are happening at all kinds of levels here, far more than the auditory thing that you think is mostly going on in this room. So what do you want to talk about? See there? It's good. We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. You having a good time or not is completely up to you. Up to you.
Wow, hi.
Yeah.
This is nice. This is really nice. I came here, I commuted from New York, and I'm on the train. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to come early enough, and I'm going to sit in the front row. And then I come here, and people were piling in, and I was like, that's okay. I'll sit a few rows back. So I'm texting my friend who introduced me to you, and we're having a back and forth, and he's like, one thing that's really interesting about Abraham is, doesn't matter where you sit, the energies are just going to radiate. Like you said, doesn't matter about the auditory parts, all of us are going to feel the same energy and frequency. And I thought, yeah, I want to sit close enough to see her pores. So I have, maybe like two and a half questions, and I don't want to just ask them. So, like you said, I really want the kind of like the unfolding of everything to happen organically. And
that's the only way that there is any real benefit for anyone, for this reason. The frequency of a question and the frequency of the answer are different. And so quick questions and quick answers usually don't give you enough preparation time to be ready for the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The friend that I was texting, he lives in Florida, and we were old roommates, and I've known about you for 15 years. I've definitely been on this journey quite a long time.
Eternally. Get used to it.
Especially, especially with this life and how I found out and everything it's always been beautiful. The contrast, it's been the highest highs and the lowest lows.
That's what the best contrast is.
Yeah.
That's what the contrast that produces the most is. And when you're in control of your focus within that contrast, it's blissful. When you're not, it's miserable.
Right. So that's why I'm here, because I've...
Not in control of the contrast, in control of your awareness of it.
Right.
It's like rough water. Whitewater rafting is way more fun than just lollygagging down the river. Way more fun. Gotta focus though.
For sure. So with that, especially the last couple of years, I understand the laws, and I get my vortex. I know exactly what's in my vortex. Forget the 20 or 30 lifetimes. I got 300 lifetimes worth in my vortex. And it's beautiful, and I play around with it, and I go in and out, and it's at a point where I'm less about wanting everything now. I'm kind of over that.
Good, because it would overwhelm you.
Right.
And you'd miss most of it.
Yeah, like that instant gratification. It's taken years because of my own stubbornness and my own journey. But I'm at a place
inaccurate.
where...
That's inaccurate. It takes years. It takes eternity for it all to show up, because you are creating new requests along the way. But it can be moment by moment by moment by moment when you become an in the now savorer of what is and an understander that this is how it goes. What you're describing is not uncommon, but it's a bit of lack consciousness that I want something so much that I'm fixated on its not fulfillment yet. Well, that's a hard place to stand. But if you are standing in the place of its becoming, not its absence, then you're not focused upon its absence, you're focused upon its beginning presence. Because there's always going to be more. Always, always, always.
I feel like at this point, especially with what I do for work, I work from home, and I have an amazing friend group and amazing sister and dad. My mother passed away a couple of years ago, but you helped me a lot through that, which was great. And with that, I find as the time goes on that I can become my own best cooperative component. So I kind of do my thing on a daily basis, and I'm going out and about, and I work and I come back, and I'm always kind of adding, and just wondering like where everything feels good, and just following that path.
We're talking around the edges of a lot of things, and that's fine. But let's get right to this.
Yeah,
In other words, you came, you showed up, and you lighted up, and we chose you. Get on with it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm unhappy with not being able to connect with myself as deeply as I think that I do, and I feel like the gap, I'm trying to close the gap with what I want with work.
It's